What is going on, YouTube? It's Dorkatron Prime. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a new exciting way to win the game. So there's a game mechanic where basically if you run out of cards in your deck and you go to draw for turn, you will lose. So the basis of this deck is basically to deck your opponent out. There's two versions of it. I'm not really used to making security control, so this is mostly a basis for at least this list to basically get the whole thing started. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the list. So the first one we have is a security control based method. You're basically gonna be installing your opponent out. We play the hybrids, the yellow hybrids. We play the Salamons. However, I've never made a real security control list. So this is how more or less I would play it, but you don't have to play it exactly to this T. You can take out the hybrids or put them back on. The main card you want to be seeing is going to be the Mega that I'm going to be speaking about now. So we run the 4 Salamons, the 4 Kazemons, the 4 Zephyrs, the 4 Jet Sylphies, and basically that package is basically Digivolve over Tamer, Digivolve over in the back, and then Digivolve into Jet Sylphie, or Digivolve in the back, come out, swing, recover, if you have 3 or less. So you want to be building your security stack pretty high, so your opponent can't run you over. You're just basically gonna be stalling out the game. The main card of the deck would be so we have Lucimons, our level fives. We're gonna be bringing this out to knock out sixes, and any Digimon that's being a little pesky. Then we're gonna be running Kayukimon. Basically, it's just a yellow purple Digimon. I'm not sure if there's another one in this set, but this is the only one I found at the moment. If there is another one with a better effect, definitely recommend going to that one. Um, so basically, this is just a Digivolve over the hybrid. So you have a purple ultimate, and then you can jump into the megas. So the megas we're going to be playing is Gallantmon, Megidramon, Kazuchi, and Creepymon. So Creepymon is actually going to be our crazy win condition. Basically, when it's digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of your deck for each Digimon your opponent has in play. If you trash 4 more cards, you can play 1 level 5 or lower purple Digimon from trash without paying its memory cost. So before I can proceed, think about it like this: Creepymon Digivolves summons a Lucimon for free, and then it gets its on play to pop something on board. Then we have the once per turn. For every 10 cards in your trash the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck when attacking. It also gets 3,000 DP. This is a stackable effect. So for every 10 cards, when you swing, you trash 3. So let's say they have 20 cards, you trash 6 cards off the top of their deck. Let's say they have 30 cards, you trash 9 cards off the top of their deck. You're just speeding them through, basically catching them up to the position that you're currently in and decking out. And then it gets 3,000 DP per 10 that you trash. So that's pretty for 10 that's in your trash. So that's actually amazing. Like, this card is so in my opinion, it's completely ignored for no reason. In a format where we're kind of in a weird format for purple, where we're currently missing the Eismon package, so we don't know exactly where to go. I think Creepymon is just as valid as Malomyotismon and Mastamon, because the effects are absolutely insane. There is another deck I'm going to be sharing with you guys that's basically a turbo into him, and it just becomes so cheap. It's super free. It's awesome. But yeah. So Creepymon, absolutely recommend reading up on this card. I don't see that many people talk about it. Haven't seen it on YouTube. The card is absolutely disgusting. It's also searchable by Ipmon, and it is a 7 Demon Lord. So that's another thing to consider for the future if they start adding more Demon Lord support. So the next card is Kazuchi. We're just going to be running this just in case we're falling behind. Digivolve over either the Jet Sylphie or the Kayukimon. and then we basically recover up to 3 if we have less than 3, and then if we don't, we're just doing it for the pressure. Uh, you don't want to be going in for it for the pressure that much, because the more you hit security, the more things are going to come out or retaliate against you. But it is a very good card if you want to just recover up to 3 and have your opponent struggle a little bit more to get to that win condition. We run 2 Megidramons. Megidramon is another form of milling your opponent's deck. I think Creepy Megidramon are the only 2 that actually mill from your opponent's deck this far. It also has a great effect. If you have a Tamer, it doesn't say which color. If it's deleted, you can play a Gallantmon. So let's say you started, you got your opponent to 10 in trash. This is another aggro piece you can get out for free. So you swing with the Megidramon, it dies, unfortunately, and then you don't lose value. You just bring out a Gallantmon, and then the Gallantmon said, oh, like, you were in the beginning of the game, but I just had you trash 5. So if I just kill one thing or one thing died or something like that happens, I can basically trash the top card of your security, making it useless. But that's the little combo there. So guys, this is a basis. This is just 6s you can play together with the Creepymon. And then the Susano, I put it in just to recur your options, like the Tamers and the hybrids. That way you just, if you're in your fear of decking out, you can just restack everything under your deck and then just start again. The tactical retreats, I don't know what else to play other than this. There is a Holy Wave and Magna Angemon, but I just have to like choose what best option card you see at this space, because this one is just to recover. Put in a Digimon. You can put in Lucamon, or like a 12k body like Lucamon, and then when you do the whole DP gaining, it just gives you in a good position. Whatever Digimon's going to be swinging, unless it has jamming or gains a ton of DP, it's going to be basically useless. Then we have the reinforcement memory boost to stack our security, Wyvern's Breath, just in case we can't see the Lucamon in the correct position or we see a level 7. Schwarz is to nuke everything on board. You're playing a lot of Tamers, dead or alive. You want to see this in security to bring out the Lucamon for free. Really good, pop something when the Lucamon comes out. TK, Kari, TK and Kari, and then 2 Zoes. So this is for the first deck list. I'm not a security control player. I don't know how to build it. I just threw everything together just to get you guys a general basis of what the idea is. So like there is the combo. You can play Creepy with Kazuchi. You can play Creepy with Megidramon. You can play Megidramon, Creepy, and Gallantmon. You can play it with the hybrids, so you get the Susanomons, and then you can play it with Lucamon because it's so free to get out. You can also bring out the Kyukimon with Creepymon, and then you can just go into a Kazuchi and then be fine, which is amazing. Or you can go into Megidramon right after, and you just double up on Megas that just sacked your opponent's whole deck. So the second build is more generic. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, feeling a little sick. All right. So the second build is more generic. It's gonna be Gazimon. It's gonna be a turbo list. So we have Gazimons, we have Impmon. Impmon being able to add you a 7 great Demon Lord. We have Elecmon for the rookie. Just a pop a rookie. You can also bring it back with this guy Creepymon. We're gonna play 3 Lotmons. I want to bump this up to 4. We're gonna play 2 Psychmons to freak those opponents out that are still playing hybrids. Also to like, this card is new this set, and I feel like we should have had it last set. But basically, it doesn't let your opponent reduce cost for Digivolve, so that helps a lot in some matchups. I'm not sure in the future meta if that's gonna be a big issue, but I just put it here just in case. This can always switch out to Lotmons or to Gazis. or to the Gabumon that draws discards when it on deletion. So we're gonna run 4 Gabumons, when swinging, draw and discard. So I have this thing. So for purple players, there's 2 things you want to do in a deck, and sometimes it's not requiring your Digimon to be deleted. So if you don't want your Digimon to be deleted and you're just playing for pressure, Gabumon is the best option from the starter deck. Now, the other Gabumon, where if it says on deletion, draw 2, discard 1, I feel like that one is more valuable in decks that want to die faster. So this deck list is a little weird because we don't have Izamon, so I want to survive on my checks. It's kind of harder to be in a meta without it because this deck would have been absolutely insane with Izamon. It just would have just ran through the whole list. It would have set up your trash in a way where when you swing with Creepymon, you mill 6, almost guaranteed. But unfortunately, we just have to deal with it. So we're going to run the Kinkakumon package. We're going to run 1 Kinkaku, 1 Ginkaku, and 1 Promote. So Creepymon can bring out Promote for free, which is really great. It helps out a lot. We're going to be adding a Lawemon just for the Digivolver Tamer swing win. We're going to be playing 3 Soulmons. So Soulmons are actually decent. Like I didn't think they were going to be that good, and then when I really looked into it, it says when you trash a card from your deck, gain 1 memory, and what Analog does is basically trash the cards from your deck. So basically you made Analog for 1, which is amazing. You also make the rest of the deck cheaper. You make Creepymon cheaper, you make Megidramon cheaper, and then you can play Skull Satan for 2 instead of for 3. In metas where I'm starting to see the turbo is a lot stronger when it's cheaper, so any card that would make it cheaper is amazing. We're going to be running 4 Devimon blockers. There's going to be a lot of armor control, like a lot of armor rushes, and just having a blocker every now and then is nice. You don't have to run it at 4. I'm just doing it for the big 1 to Digivolve, as it can help turbo out into your bigger pieces. At that point, when you get to your bigger pieces is when you start going a little crazier. You're going to run 4 Skull Marimon just for the 5 to drop, 2 to Digivolve. Then we're going to be running 4 Satinmon, Skull Satinmon. Basically, this card is a little crazy because you trash the top 2 cards of your deck and you return 1 Demon Lord from your trash to your hand. But if you don't have the Demon Lord, you're good. You just trash 2 cards for Digivolving. And once per turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, gain a memory. So if you Digivolve, let's say up to Satinmon, and you trash those 2 cards, you're gonna gain a memory from Soulmon. Let's say you pass your turn, you're gonna Digivolve into Creepymon for 1, which is great. Yeah, making everything cheaper is super easy in this deck, is what I can see. We run the 1 Gallantmon, just sending it to the trash as soon as possible. You don't want to see this often. Then we run the Megidramon. The Megidramon basically is going to be getting out the Gallantmon. It's also going to be trashing the top 5 in your between you and your opponent's deck. Let's say you go Creepymon, you go Megidramon right after, and then you just mill 8 cards. You set up your trash to a good position. It's really good card. Really good card. Especially in this format, we're going to be running 4 to 3 analogs. So you're going to be proccing that Gallantmon effect when it dies, and that's just huge. So the Gallantmon, I can't seem to not want to try it. I think it would have to be a tech option, but you can always take out the Gallantmon for something else. The biggest thing about the Gallantmon, though, is that you are milling your opponent to deck out, or you are milling your opponent to get out all their resources. So like decks that value their resources heavily, if they start losing them, they start becoming slower. Let's say you milled like 5 cards from their deck, you milled all their ultimates, the remaining ultimates in their deck. You just put them in a weirder position, and they have to be more resource dependent. more resource managing more than anything else, because if they start using up all their cards, they're just not going to see the Digivolve turbo lines. Oh damn, I just removed that. But yeah, 3 Magidramons, Creepymon's at 4, and then we have Zorts at 2. So the Creepymons being at 4, I think it's good enough. You can also take out the Magidramons and the Gallantmon. You can add in Loosemon. You can add Dead or Alive. You can add Chimeramon, who's also a really good option because you can put Satinmon or you can put Soulmon under him just to get that crazy cheaper Digivolve for the Creepymon. So we run 2 Zorts. I want to fit in a win rate 60%. The Zorts are just to get out something. I probably put it to 1. 2 Jax Raid because you're milling your whole deck. 1 Calling to pop the Magidramon, or to pop let's say Electmon, just to add 2 things back to your hand. You can also use it when there's no Digimon on board, which is huge. It's kind of like Blinding Ray. You use it, let's say you have nothing on board, you just add the 2 cards back to your hand, which is amazing. You're milling your whole deck, so you want to start to have a way to recover something if you can't pick it up. So that's being like one of the best options. Pendulum Flame is another way to remove. So we can play, if we play the Lucemon or we play the Magidramon, you can always pop either of them to play the Gallantmon afterwards, and then and then pop a level 6. So swing, it doesn't die, pop it, bring out the Gallantmon, just chill on the Gallantmon. And then you're gonna have 3 analogs. So Creepy and Satamon make this card free together. Also, if you have the Lotmon, the Satinmon, and the Soulmon, you're gonna be gaining a memory, which is huge. Also, playing this card for 1 in general, I see is absolutely incredibly strong. So there's so many ways to proc this card, so we can start building in the back again if we start losing our bodies, and it also sets up the trash for future plays. Really good card. Analog, I want the Altards, they're so amazing. And then the Matashita just to put us at 3, and we also recover a resource. So for our babies, we're going to be running 4 Demimera. When you trash a card from your deck, draw an extra card. So we're going to be trashing a lot of cards from our deck, so just drawing an extra card is nice. We're not going to be wanting to kill our Digimon as often as we like, so you can put 4 in one of the other Demimera. But most of the time you want to just be trashing as much as possible. It also procs when you use Analog Youth, I'm pretty sure. So I just wanted to show you guys this new win condition. Remember there was 2 other Magidramons, and then we added in probably as Lucemon, or we can add in Dead or Alive. But yeah, this is another win condition you guys can have to challenge your opponents. Milling your opponent's deck is absolutely strong in this game, especially with decks that run a certain amount of cards. So they're going to be running a certain amount of rookies. Let's say they run 8 rookies, or they run 4 megas. If you start milling them all, you're just going to be putting your opponent in an awkward position, because they're so used to seeing those cards in their hand. When they start losing them, they just have to play around your deck, and that's mainly the goal. Also, Creepymon can swing over most Digimon in the game, including level 7s. If you're able to get in that extra 20 in trash, you're just making this card huge. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember, we brick by nature.